Several Indian companies like Zomato, Godrej, Meesho are introducing progressive inclusive workplace policies and benefits for their employees. This is a new dawn for members of the LGBTQ community as these policies and benefits are being extended for all the employees regardless of their gender and sexual orientation. Welcome back everyone. For Women in India is back with another video. And today, let's discuss some new policies being rolled out by Indian companies without any delay. For starters, with the enactment of the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019, the employees in private as well as government companies are mandatorily required to publish an equal opportunity policy for transgender persons at the workplace. To give you a brief overview, this policy needs to contain certain details like the infrastructure facilities for transgender employees and complaint officers' contact information. Certain companies have even started introducing gender transition guidelines to be followed at the workplace. Such a policy also mandates its employees to address the other employees with their preferred pronouns and names, provides the separate or gender-neutral restrooms at the workplace, ensure confidentiality of information about the employees in case they do not wish to disclose their gender identity or any other personal information, among other specific provisions for the welfare and safety of transgender employees. Moreover, there are so many changes that the Indian companies are introducing on their own, even though the law does not require them to do. Ever since the Supreme Court of India struck down Section 377 that criminalized homosexuality and recognized the right to self-perceived gender identity, companies in India have been encouraged to build inclusive and safer workplaces for employees from the LGBTQ community. For instance, Mahindra Logistics launched its first policy for hiring and retaining lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender and questioning or queer persons around June 2020, a month which is globally celebrated as the Pride Month to provide visibility and promote rights of the LGBTQ community. Further, as per the latest move by Procter & Gamble, employees can now avail flex subsidy allowance for their partners. Procter & Gamble provides an additional fixed allowance to its employees to meet their personal and family needs regardless of their sexual orientation. These include allowance for medical care, childcare, wellness, productivity tools, home renovation, personal vacation and travel, and personal development for employees and families. Tata Steel has also introduced a new human resource policy that enables its employees from the LGBTQ community to declare their partners and avail all the employment and HR benefits permissible under the law. Indian startups like Zomato and Meesho are also rolling out unlimited childcare leaves for their employees who are entering parenthood through natural conception, adoption, as well as surrogacy. On the judicial front as well, Justice Anand Venkatesh of the Madras High Court was lauded for voluntarily enrolling himself in counseling sessions to better understand same-sex relationships before deciding on what relief should be awarded to the petitioners. Justice Anand Venkatesh also introduced certain guidelines for the protection of the LGBTQ community and employees. For instance, employees have been ordered to create awareness programs and workshops with the help of LGBTQIA members, workers for inclusion of the community, sensitize individuals on prohibition of discrimination as provided for in the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019. And set up and enforce human resource policies to make them LGBTQIA community friendly. Conclusively, these efforts towards the welfare of the members of the LGBTQIA community and towards building diverse and inclusive workplaces creates a safe space in India. Needless to say, these efforts would only succeed if the employers and fellow employees develop a sensitive and responsible attitude towards them and educate themselves about the importance of diversity and inclusion. Now comes the question, what can be done to better the work environment? Keeping in mind the historical as well as the current trauma, hostility, and violence inflicted on the Dalit community, the diversity program must include discussions and sensitization on issues related to caste atrocities. An ideal diversity program will include sensitization towards Dalit, women, and members of minority communities like Muslims and Christians. The same should also be reflected in company policies in terms of parental leaves, a diverse set of employees throughout the company, including senior positions, equal pay, and fair opportunity for promotions. Thank you. That's all for now. And please tell us more about such progressive workplace policies that you all know in the comment section below. And if you like our content, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive the notification of our latest videos. If you like our work, please do consider contributing on our Patreon page. The link is in the description box.